All right, Behind the Glass blog. Doing a blog while driving. Obviously, I'm not holding the camera. Boy, we've had quite a bit of awesome stuff happen this last week with our first trail guide ambassadors being trained, continually updating the website with new products and features, making the homepage show more things between the forums and new trail reviews and everything on the homepage so that you can just see it all in one page. Trying to separate the menus, taking out a bunch of redundant menus that aren't needed. Just trying to do a lot of cleanup. We have Snowapalooza at Tigerton coming up next week, and that's going to be a lot of fun. They got a lot of snow. Trying to work out the final specs for the trail signing and the final revisions for the trail leveling system based on feedback of how things have been going the last 2 years. It's important when we're making trail signs and such to not waste. I see lots of different user groups through my motorsports career that will take all this trail signing and go way overboard and go way over budgets and require way more signposts and volunteers to keep them up and all this stuff. So it's definitely something that we have to keep into consideration to keep costs low, keep visibility high, and make signs that make sense without being too much. So we've taken our time with this one, trying to figure it out. And okay, do we have to define what an obstacle is? If it is above ground plane or below ground plane, could it just be simply obstacle? Does it have to say rocks or logs or water holes or that kind of thing? Not necessarily. Not in the trail sign anyway. It can just say obstacle level. So I mean, these are the types of things like how much is too much, how much is not enough. Can we get away with the bare minimum on the sign and then the QR code or whatever on the sign to go to the trail directory location that allows you to see more info in the reviews and the videos and that kind of stuff, because the feedback from the drivers and the riders that are out on those trails is as important as the actual directory listing itself. And we've proven that through our GeoCrawl submissions that are coming in. Thank you all very much for making reviews on trail systems. We got lots of prizes. Big shout out to Rough Country for supporting this one. Just hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of prizes coming from Rough Country. We'll be doing video updates on that as the prize giveaways get closer. So we got a lot of great things happening on the site. The Trail Guide ambassadors are submitting their first reports from last weekend, because they did go out. A few of them did go out on Sunday and patrol after they got their training done on Saturday, which was just awesome to see. And they practiced some very complex recovery scenarios of winching sideways on hills and proper snatch block usage, and I was really proud to see that the ambassadors on their own went ahead and made that a objective to become better recovery people. It's just really neat to see that happening. I really wanted to get to some more of these meetings, but we just got such a huge cram-packed schedule. This is a year of transition for Road Legal 4-Wheel Drive, in that the tools that we're creating are being designed for everyone to use, not just a few people. So training people how to host rides and events and use the site to their advantage is a pretty big step that takes a little bit of coordination. And you're going to see the online training now really blossom. So we're going to be teaching classes for things like, if you're going to buy a vehicle a 4x4 designed specifically for crawling trails. There are definitely advantages to buying some units over other units. So we're going to go over some of the features of different vehicles and how they affect and how they relate to trail riding to help people who are just getting into this thing make better decisions from the get-go and make cost-effective buying decisions to safely navigate trails with the right equipment. I know that's a big concern because every week when we're doing these camps and we're doing rides, you get people like, oh, I wish I would have known that, or I wish I would have known that before they bought their machine. And so we got to do a little, videos and tutorials and having the documentation available for that. So there's so much we're doing. I'm behind on videos. There's a lot of PR work that needs to be done and marketing work, but the Trail Ambassador stuff kind of took precedence right now, and you'll see a bunch of new stuff happening on the website pertaining to materials to support the Trail Ambassador program, and trying to get it so that they can be comfortable making rides. We want to have stuff happening at the camp and out on the public trails. We want stuff happening every week. We want multiple things happening every week, whether it be in southern Wisconsin, southeast Wisconsin, soon to be central Wisconsin, north central, northwest, northeast. We're going to be mapping out all those trails so that the trail guides and the members can schedule rides that have trails that are more than just dirt roads, that you can plan depending on what types of trails you want to go on. The directory is detailed enough to help you make those decisions. So it's a lot of work, but once it's done, it's really not a lot of work. And there's a lot of different things that we're trying to show landowners, land managers, what types of trails we want. So the slow speed trail is the one we don't have a lot of, and that's the one we advocate for the most. So it's a tireless, repetitive, everyday, trying to explain and educate people on these things. And as the website continues to develop this year, we'll have more information readily available. Our marketing materials will be better, more polished, and we'll have more support from the industry as a whole. So it just takes time, and we're doing more and more every day. And I thank all of you who are constantly on rl4wd.com, making posts, making forum posts, asking questions, reviewing trails, watching videos, looking at pictures, loading pictures, sharing videos. It's our own network. We actually, we do it in social media, of course, on Facebook and Twitter and all those others, but the stuff we have in our own site is of vital importance as well. So thanks everybody for sharing and asking questions and all the stuff that everybody's been doing. It's been really helpful. So this has just been a little vlog behind the glass. We'll see you in the next video.